Starting in Balasana Child's Pose, walk your fingertips forward, knees out wide. Option to bring the big toes to touch. Send the hips back to the heels and soften your chest to the earth. We're going to stay here for about 6 to 7 deep breaths to center. Long, loud inhales in through your nose. Open mouth exhales. On your next inhale, rise up to your neutral tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrist. Hips stacked up on top of the knees. As you inhale, drop your belly down. Gaze comes up for a cow pose. Pull your shoulders down and back. We're going to be focusing on the core today, moving into dolphin. So focus on pulling the shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, go into cat pose. Dome through the back. Think about lengthening the low back. Inhale back to cow. Send the tailbone to the sky. Exhale to cat. Pull your belly button up and in. Move in and out of your cat-cow. Keep focusing on pulling the shoulders back and away from the ears on your cow pose and lengthening in the low back on the cat. On your next inhale, come back to your neutral tabletop. Push weight into left foot. As you inhale, the right leg comes back. Internally rotate the right thigh to face down. Dorsiflex the foot like you could stamp it on the back wall. Hips are squared, bump the right hip down. Now push weight into left hand. As you inhale, left arm comes forward, not palms facing in. Stay here and breathe. Focus on lengthening from your fingertip to your heel. Your gaze is down. Use your core here. Pull the belly in. Pull your right shoulder back so it stacks over the wrist. Take a deep inhale, lengthen, grow from the fingertip to the heel. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee, dome through the back. Push the ground away with the right hand, chin to chest. Slowly re-extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, re-extend. Square everything off. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to re-extend. Keeping the weight on the left knee, plant the left hand down, reaching the right arm up to the sky, pivoting to the side for a modified side plank. Lift the right leg up, trying to bring the heel in line with the right hip. Now use your core here. Keep your right shoulder stacked on top of your left and keep pulling that left shoulder back so it stacks on top of the wrist. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, come back to your neutral tabletop. Putting weight into the right knee. As you inhale, extend the left leg back. Square off the hips, bumping the right hip down. Dorsiflex the foot like you could stamp it on the back wall. Now push weight into the left hand. As you inhale, right arm comes forward, not palm facing in. Reach from your fingertip to your heel, get nice and long. Use your core here. Focus on your breath. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch it in, dome through the back. Bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, slowly re-extend. Exhale, crunch. Push the ground away with the left hand. One more time. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, re-extend. Now keep the weight on the right leg. Plant the right hand down. Shimmy open, extending the left arm up to the sky for modified side plank. Lift the left heel, the height of the hips. Squeeze your buns. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Focus on your core. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, come back to your neutral tabletop. Spread your fingers really wide and then claw the fingertips into the mat. Take weight off the wrists. Then step the left foot back and then the right, coming into a high plank. Now you can either keep your knees lifted or if you want to lower them down for a modified version, stay here and breathe. Squeeze your buns. You can always lower down onto your forearms for forearm plank if you want to interlace your hands. Whatever feels good to you. This is your practice. If you're on your knees, as you inhale, do nothing. And as you exhale, pull your knees and your elbows towards each other. Feel that strong crunch in the core. Whatever version of plank you're in, make sure you're squeezing your legs, your buns, your core. Focus on your form and just continue to breathe deeply. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, send it back to your downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Keep spreading the fingers wide to take weight off the wrists. Send the belly back towards the thighs. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Make your way into stillness in your down dog. Distributing weight evenly between your hands. As you inhale slowly, lift your right leg high for three-legged dog. Bump your right hip down just like before. Internally rotate the right thigh to face down. Dorsiflex the foot. And then stack the right hip on top of the left. Use your core strength here to lift up with that lifted knee. Do whatever feels good. Keep the shoulders in line. Make sure the right isn't lifting up. When you're ready, come back to your three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. We've been here before. Inhale slowly, re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Try to bring that thigh as close to the belly as you can. One more time, inhale, re-extend, slow and controlled. Exhale, knee to nose. Dome through the back. Push the ground away with both hands. Now re-extend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Preparing for the other side. Equally distribute the weight as you inhale, left leg comes high. Internally rotate the left thigh to face down. Dorsiflex your foot like you could stamp it on the back wall. And then stack your left hip on top of your right. Use your leg and core strength here to hold yourself up. Not dumping weight down. Dig your finger pads into the mat. And then do whatever feels good. And your next inhale, come back to your three-legged dog. Square everything off. Exhale, knee to nose. Dome through the back. Spread your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, slowly re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring the thighs close as you can to the belly. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few rounds of breath. Reconnect. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Bring your feet to hips with distance. Coming into a forward fold. Bend your knees, relax your head and neck down. Maybe grab for opposite elbows. Enjoying this nice bend. Let everything get heavy. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms come to your shins. Pull your shoulder blades together. Pull the belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach your tailbone back as you reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, arms come forward. Now coming into a chair pose. Now feet are at hips width distance. Send the weight into your heels. Arms are wherever you're comfortable. Think about tucking the tailbone under slightly so you have this nice long spine. Squeeze your buns. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears to sit up nice and tall. On every inhale, fill up with breath. And on every exhale, push your heels down and out to stabilize your hips. Really focus on your core here. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, fold, release. Now really enjoy this forward fold here. If you didn't before, grab for opposite elbows. Shift the weight into the toes now. Release any tension from the neck. Just enjoying this nice rebound posture from chair. Let the belly drape over the thighs. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, create your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to your high plank. We've been here before. Lift the hips, the height of the shoulders. Squeeze your buns, your legs, your core. Now shift over onto the left hand as you reach the right arm up toward the sky for Vashisthasana side plank. Now you can always lower down to the bottom knee. If you want to lift up the top leg, whatever feels good, it's up to you. Now just make sure your hips are lifted high, but not too high. You want your hips to be like you were in Tadasana, mountain pose. So you just have a nice straight body. Make sure to square off your hips towards the front and then squeeze your buns. Focus on your core here. Keep a nice strong core. You can do anything as long as you're breathing. Focus on your breath. Now on your next exhale, plant the right hand down and just simply switch sides. Spread your right fingers wide and send your left arm up if you'd like. Now your left shoulder is stacked on top of the right. Pull the right shoulder back so it's stacked on top of the right wrist. Now Now lift up the hips, but remember not too high. You want everything in line, just like you're standing up straight. Squeeze your buns. Square off the hips towards the back wall, whatever you're facing. Focus on your core. You can always lower down to the right knee for a modified version. This is your practice. Stay here and breathe. Take another deep cleansing inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, plant the left hand down. Preparing for dolphin pose. So now lower down onto your forearms, but keep the forearms parallel to each other. Spread the fingers really wide, and then push through your first finger and the middle finger. Send the hips up to the sky, and then start walking your feet towards your face. Now, you can have a pretty generous bend in the knees here. This might be the first time I've ever done dolphin. I'm personally not a fan because of how long my legs are. Make sure your elbows are directly below the shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades into your upper back. And then just like when we were doing cat and cow, I was talking about pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Focus on doing that now, and then think about lengthening in the lower back, just like before. You can keep walking the feet towards the face. It's up to you. It's about how it feels in your body. This is as far as I'm going to go. Wherever you are, just keep remembering to keep a strong foundation in the arms. Use your core for strength. Focus on your breath. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to lower your knees down to the ground and make your way back to a seat. Send the hips back. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing the head above your heart after that nice inversion. Bring the palms to the thighs. And then when you're ready, interlace your hands behind your low back. And as you inhale, straighten the arms, pull the palms towards the ground, lift up in the chest for a nice rebound posture. Take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, release. And then make your way to a seat, just swinging the legs out in front of you, preparing for boat pose. So I'm going to give you a few options here. This is your practice. You can either bring the hands behind the thighs and just carefully lift one foot and then the other off the ground. You can always just stay right here. Think about a string attached to your chest, lifting you up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulder blades together behind you. Option to straighten the legs and reach the arms up, pointing the toes, or you can do low boat, hovering the shoulders and the heels. Keep lifting the chest up, pulling the shoulder blades back. Use the core. Wherever you are, focus on your breath. Pull that belly button in, lift up in the chest. Remember, wherever you are, you can do anything as long as you're breathing. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring the palms by your sides. Start to slow down your heartbeat. Listen to your breath. Use your inhales and your exhales to slow it down. Soften the chest, the legs, the arms. Let everything just relax. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, reach your arms up and overhead for a full body stretch. Reach from your fingertips to your toes, get really long. And as you exhale, let your arms and shoulders just get heavy, landing on the ground behind you. One more time, inhale to lengthen, reach from your fingertips to your toes, get really long. Exhale, let the arms and shoulders get really heavy behind you for that nice stretch. Then roll onto your favorite side, hug your knees into your chest, use your bicep as a pillow. Keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your palms to your heart center. Closing out our practice with one unified inhale. Open mouth exhale. Bring your palms to your third eye, your center of intuition. It's an honor to guide you through your practice. I bow forward to you in gratitude. Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining.